Going live in several minutes. Get ready for meditation. Going live at 8 a.m. GMT time. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so we are here. It's 8 o'clock on Wednesday, May the 20th, 2020. Meditate with Adam, session 59. Thank you for joining, and I hope you enjoyed the session. We are continuing the theme Himalayan meditations. Himalayan meditations, where we get a sense of expansion in the mind. Try to discover the space in our mind. If you have taken the beginner's course, which is entitled Mindful, and you have a copy of this book, chapter 4 of Guide to the Mindful Way of Life, or week 4 of the course, is entitled Mindful Mind. Now this week, the 4th week of the beginner's course, it's just 1 week, and the class itself is an hour. But the theme that we touch on in that session has various depths to it. So I encourage you to read the section of that book and revisit the practices, as meditations that we are exploring at this time are connected with this theme. We are meditating on the mind. Now this theme has great depth to it. From a usual educational perspective, we would take a class like the Mindful Mind, an hour, complete it, read the chapter, and say, yeah, I'm done with that. Move on. More information, indicating we've just taken it on an intellectual level. But hopefully, as you're appreciating, our training is taking us deeper from initially we need an intellectual understanding, and then we need an experiential. You can't get that just from taking a class. You have to sit and get some experience. It says in the Mindful Mind chapter on page 73, as a result of allowing the mind to settle and our thoughts to harmonize, we can start to relax. This is what we're doing. We are allowing our mind to relax. We are settling and going into the essential nature of our mind, which is beyond all these conceptual thoughts up here, going down here. We are looking at the mind. We can become so completely present that the mind becomes clear and crystal. We may have experienced this when we have been away on holiday, enjoying nature, or perhaps immersed in creation. Maybe painting, writing, or composing music. It can feel like time slows down, as though it is almost stopping, and we become one with the moment. We cannot fabricate this or look for it, as it's already here. We have many different levels of mind, ranging from gross to very subtle. When we first start to meditate, we are mentally crowded within our busy conceptions. It can be challenging to manage, pacify, and control them. It can feel as though we are locked in a dark room with all our thoughts. When we can learn to sit and let our mind naturally settle into the present moment, it will become subtler and more peaceful. We don't need to force this to happen. As it says here, it will become subtler and peaceful. We have to sit and allow that to happen. Yeah. This is the technology. It's an inner technology. If we reflect on the water in a lake, if there is movement, The clarity is clouded when the sediment from the floor is agitated. When there is less movement and the lake calms, the sediment settles and the water becomes clear. The same occurs with our mind when it relaxes and is allowed to settle down. Its peaceful nature arises. With the mindful mind practices, we are not going anywhere. We calmly abide in the present moment, being no one, going nowhere. What a relief that we can finally stop. How relaxing this practice can be for us from time to time. Instead of doing something, try not doing and see what happens. It is almost as though this practice goes beyond mindful meditation. Once again, we will do our breathing practice, gathering our attention inwards. Then we will do the 9-round breathing 3 times, clearing the channels, energetic channels, the inner winds cleared in our body. And then we will sit and meditate, drawing our attention into our heart chakra. Yeah, here. It's positioned here, midway between the front and the back of the body. And we visualize this tiny seed, small seed. Draw our attention into that. That's like the keyhole. You know, we go into that and then a new world dawns. Okay, so once again, sitting comfortably. If you're sitting on the floor, ensure that you're grounded, as in both knees are touching the floor. If you're sitting on a chair, which I am this morning, you need to be sitting upright ideally. Yeah. All these practices tend to work better if your back is straight. Of course, when you're in a public class, to some degree you have the pressure of looking around and seeing all these people, and then suddenly they sit with their backs straight. But of course, when you're at home, you can just no one's watching, are they? We can't see you, but you can see me. No one's watching us, so we're left to our own devices. So without self-discipline, of course, we naturally go for the easy option. But the easy option is usually not the best one. Sit upright to attention. Yeah, this is what it's about. When we're training meditation, we want to be attentive. We need to be upright. Gently gazing down a couple of meters in front of us, if possible. Shutting our eyes. So we take 5 inhalations. Deep inhalation, breathing in, deep into the lungs. And hold that. And breathe out. Deep inhalation. And breathe out. Deep inhalation. breathe out. Deep inhalation. And breathe out. Final one. Deep inhalation. Hold it. Drawing your attention inwards. And breathe out. Setting our intention. I'm training in meditation to discover clarity and peace within my mind. I'm doing this for the benefit of everybody in my life, everybody in society, and everyone across the world. Our intention is broad and vast, inclusive of all living beings. And now we engage in the 9-round breathing. Left hand against our right side underneath the chest. Index finger of the right hand out, pressed against our left nostril. Deep inhalation. Hold it. Switch. 3 exhalations. Deep inhalation. Switch. 3 exhalations. Hands in the lap. Deep inhalation. Hold. Breathe out 3 times. Go again. Deep inhalation. Switch. 3 exhalations. Deep inhalation. Switch. 3 exhalations. Hands in the lap. Deep inhalation. Breathe out 3 exhalations. Final round. Inhalation. Hold. Switch. 3 exhalations. Deep inhalation. Switch. 3 exhalations. Final one. Hold it for as long as you can in your own time. Breathe it out in 3 exhalations. Breathing into the heart center and visualizing seed of light there. Sesame seed of light. And we begin to observe the mind, resting into the vast space of the mind. We sit and watch. Discovering a new world. It's vast sky like mine. my body like a mountain. My breath like the wind. And my mind like the vast blue sky. You have clouds of thoughts. See them for what they are. Cloud-like thoughts passing through the sky of your mind. As our session concludes, from the seed of light at our heart, light rays radiates around our body, around our home, around our street, reaching everybody. And they experience peace and happiness. We dedicate the good energy from our meditation so it reaches everyone in our neighborhood, everyone in our society, in our district, light radiating out across the country, across the world. Brilliant light, all this positive energy. Now we share with the world, healing across the world, across the universe. May everyone find bliss, peace, and happiness in their life. And may we continue with our meditation. And then gradually this light dissolves back into the seed of our heart. And we resolve to take this into the day with us, our awareness in the heart. Okay, thank you very much. When you're ready, please bring your session to a close. So it carries on to say in the chapter 4, A Guide to the Mindful Way of Life. This is the instruction, what to do now. Now the session has finished. What do we do with ourselves? Not so much physically. We know what we're going to do physically. But with our mind, what are we going to do? What are we going to think about? If you want to carry this experience with you and get a deeper insight into it, this is what you need to do. If you don't do this. If you just want to leave this experience on the meditation seat and forget about it all day, don't do this. But if you want to carry on with it, do this. In daily life, we can reflect on how what appears to our mind is a reflection. The appearances in our life are like waves arising from the ocean of our mind. Notice how when the mind is peaceful and calm, the world that appears to it seems more agreeable. On the other hand, when our mind is anxious, tense, and uptight, then the world around us appears less pleasing. If we can appreciate this, then we can understand how the quality of our mind influences the world that appears to it. We can take a more objective approach, which empowers us with the ability to let go, relax, and have confidence in the mind's ability to affect authentic change. The more insight we have in the power that our mind has to influence and improve our lives, the more energy we will put into our mindful meditation practice. I wish you a wonderful day ahead and hope you can make tomorrow's session, which will be at 7:30 p.m. However, if you need more before that time, or if you'd like to do a lunchtime session tomorrow at 12:30, I'll be running a workshop in partnership with Comorbid For anyone who wants to learn about training the positive mind, that'll be for half an hour. Find out more details on the Mindspace website. Book your place on that if you wish. Have a great day, and bye for now.